You may not have thought about putting the two words swimming and scandal in the same sentence, but it seemingly gets deep. Let's take a look at the biggest scandals that shook USA Olympic swimming. Michael Phelps' incident with MJ. 2009 saw some waves generated by Michael Phelps, and not only the sort he creates when he dashes to the finish of his swimming lane. In February of that year, the Olympian gained notoriety when a British newspaper published a picture of him smoking Mary Jane from a Beano. Phelps quickly apologized for the incident, releasing a statement saying, "I engaged in behavior which was regrettable and demonstrated bad judgment. I'm 23 years old, and despite the success I've had in the pool, I acted in a youthful and inappropriate way, not in a manner people have come to expect from me. For this, I am sorry. I promise my fans and the public it will not happen again." Nor was the native of Baltimore merely given a slap on the wrist. Following the issue, Phelps' contract with cereal manufacturer Kellogg was not renewed, costing him a significant contract. In addition, he received a 3-month suspension from USA Swimming, and the group withheld his $1,750 monthly salary during that period. We decided to send a strong message to Michael because he disappointed so many people, particularly the hundreds of thousands of USA Swimming member kids who look up to him as a role model and hero. The USA Swimming said in a statement at the time, "A bunch of coaches were banned for misconduct." 2010 was a startling year for USA Swimming as they dealt with the fallout from years of wrongdoing being made public. Officials issued a list of 46 people who had been expelled from the organization in May of that year. At least 36 of them had been connected to misbehavior charges. The victims accused USA Swimming of allowing it to spread widely and of not informing the public about what was happening behind the scenes. On the organization's website, the offenders list was essentially invisible, according to one anonymous lady. You would not know where to look, not know where to find it, the woman told ESPN. "I was disgusted with the way USA Swimming posted it. It's like they're trying to hide it on their website." Michael Phelps wasn't feeling very good after his DUI. In 2015, Michael Phelps was once more in deep water. That year, the most decorated swimmer made news when he was pulled over for a DUI after exceeding the posted 45 miles per hour speed limit by 84 miles per hour. After that, he received a 6-month suspension from USA Swimming and was not allowed to compete in the 2015 FINA World Championships. Soon after, Phelps checked himself into a treatment center and underwent a month-and-a-half of inpatient rehab amid the controversy. Prior to the 2016 Olympic Games, the incident severely damaged his swimming career, but it had an even greater negative effect on his mental health. He was constantly inundated with excessive media coverage, which made his daily existence extremely difficult. For several days, he tried not to go outside while confined to his Baltimore home. Phelps acknowledged, "I was in a really dark place," in a Sports Illustrated interview, not wanting to be alive anymore. 4 swimmers in Brazil. How could this go wrong? In 2016, 4 swimmers competing for the United States Olympic team ran out of petrol at a Rio de Janeiro gas station, causing chaos in their wake. Lochtgate originated from allegations made by Ryan Lochte, Jimmy Fagan, Gunnar Bentz, and Jack Conger that they had vandalized a petrol station lavatory during the 2016 Olympic Games. After a night out, Lochte and his colleagues were making their way back to the Olympic Village when the event happened in August of that year. After trying to leave the building, the 4 athletes were robbed. Lochte told NBC's Billy Bush via Vox, "We got pulled over in the taxi and these guys came out with a badge, a police badge, no lights, and then the guy pulled out his gun. He cocked it, put it to my forehead, and he said, 'Get down,'" Lochte claimed. After the swimmers' accusations were refuted by Brazilian officials and security footage contradicted Lochte's account, holes started to appear in his story. Reversing his earlier statement, Lochte told NBC News that a gun had not been placed on his forehead. "I over-exaggerated that story," he said. "All we know is that there was a gun pointed in our direction and we were demanded to give money." As a result of the event, Lochte received a 10-month suspension from USA Swimming. The males were purportedly threatened with a revolver by a security officer on the scene. However, the guard later claimed that the men were freed after receiving payment for damaging a lavatory and peeing behind the gas station. A former coach embezzled thousands of dollars. John Bitter, the former head coach and CEO of Santa Clara Swim Club, may be living up to his last name. Ultimately, being sent to prison for theft may indicate that he has more than enough reasons to harbor resentment. After being fired from SCSC, a USA Swimming affiliate, in 2018, it was discovered through financial investigations that bidders had embezzled more than $750,000 from the swim team. The court mandated that he repay the money in addition to giving the club an extra $50,000 in punitive damages. In order to assist cover his reputation, of which he had only paid $29,000 by that point, bidder was negotiating the sale of his pub, the Tipsy Coyote, in Arizona in 2020. The former CEO has already expressed regret for his conduct and acknowledged that he used a $600,000 loan from the SCSC to purchase the Tipsy Coyote. Ariana Cookers said her mistreatment was an open secret. In 2018, Ariana Cookers, a former Olympian, sued USA Swimming and her former coach, Shawn Hutchinson. Smith claimed that in 2006, at the age of 16, Hutchinson began exploiting her, and that rather than shielding her, USA Swimming officials chose to conceal his behavior. Smith asserted that Hutchinson started grooming her at the age of 13. "He was controlling me since I was a kid," she told Today. She claimed that the former coach had inappropriately interacted with her and had been sneaking around with her when she was little. "It was very much an open secret that Shawn was with me," she explained. Hutchinson refuted the claims, stating that he and Smith only became romantically involved after she turned 18. "I absolutely deny having any intimate or romantic relationship with her before she was old enough to legally make those decisions for herself," he claimed in a statement via CNN. "Prior to that time, I did nothing to groom her." The USA Swimming team may have buried multiple allegations. In 2020, 6 women filed a lawsuit against USA Swimming, claiming the group concealed decades of mistreatment at the hands of its coaches. Suzette Moran, Tracy Palmero, and Deborah Grodensky, and 3 other unnamed women, all said they experienced horrifying treatment and harassment beginning in the 1980s. Former American Olympic coach Mitch Ivey, former national team director Everett Uchiyama, and former coach Andrew King were named in the lawsuit. Grodensky claimed in her lawsuit that she was mistreated when she was just 12 years old. She also claimed that King had been with her without her will when she was 15 and later urged her to marry him. Grodensky was compelled to give up the sport she had enjoyed because of how serious the circumstances were. Palmera said that Uchiyama took away her dreams of having a typical adolescent life, accusing him of grooming her at the age of 14 and mistreating her at the age of 16. When Moran first claimed that Mitch Ivey had mistreated her, she was 16 years old. She also asserts that USA Swimming was fully aware of his advances. In addition, the ex-athlete stated that Ivey told her it was her problem to deal with when she became pregnant at the age of 17. Nathan Bernier did the unthinkable. In 2024, a former swim instructor from Texas gained notoriety when he used his position as a coach with more than 20 years of experience to entice an individual online and even offer her swimming lessons. Late in 2023, an undercover agent used the messaging app Antiland to pretend to be a 14-year-old girl. This led to the discovery of Houston resident Nathan Bernier's effort to get unsavory material from a younger person. Affidavit acquired by Your Basin claims that Bernier used the messaging app under the name Nate and responded to the agent with the statement, "Honestly, age doesn't make a bit of difference to me at all. I actually enjoy chatting with people your age." Bernier gave the undercover agent many unauthorized photos after exchanging phone numbers. The former swim instructor scheduled a meeting with the person he believed to be that girl, proposing that they have swimming lessons at a hotel with a pool. Later, in December 2023, investigators booked Bernier for online solicitation and issued a warrant for his arrest. After posting a $50,000 bond, he was later freed, but USA Swimming has since banned him for life. A coach was found guilty of mistreating daycare attendees. Mark Black, the former head of the Arlington Aquatic Club, a USA Swimming member, was found guilty of mistreating multiple persons in 2024 and received a harsh jail sentence, as he should. He entered a guilty plea in January to 1 count of pressure and enticement, as well as 1 count of conspiracy to generate pictures of people he shouldn't have. He was given a 20-year sentence in April for his actions on the internet, which included coercing girls to broadcast videos. Black belonged to 2 internet communities that found girls and shared the photos. According to the DOJ press release, Black and his co-conspirators would covertly record this conduct and share the videos with each other. USA Swimming failed to stop bad things for years. In 2024, USA Swimming faced additional accusations. Amanda Lee, a former swimmer, said that her former Hall of Fame coach, Joseph Bernal, who passed away in 2022, had mistreated her. Lee sued the company, claiming that although officials were aware of his alleged misdeeds, they did nothing to protect her. her. When Lee participated in his Gator Swim Club of New England for 5 years, starting at age 13, Bernal assisted in coaching her. She recounted, "It started when I was 15. In a June interview with News Nation, he kissed me after practice and it kept going from there. I felt brainwashed by him and I just wanted to do whatever he said because I wanted to be a good swimmer, go to college, get a scholarship." The former coach who coached at Fordham and Harvard universities and served as a member of the U.S. coaching staff in the Olympic Games in 1984 and 1988 was well known within the organization. It wasn't just Lee who thought Bernal had mistreated her. Kimberly Steins, who claimed the late coach emotionally and intimately mistreated her beginning in the late 1970s, named the instructor in a 2021 lawsuit. "He started kissing me, just went on for a couple of years," she told News Nation. "I was very confused. He was the first boy that ever kissed me. I didn't know what to make of it. I think at some point in the journey I questioned if this was love." And that's just sick and twisted. What do you guys think of the scandals? Let us know in the comments and we hope you have a great day. Peace out.